Good morning from Esquel. This was the next stop of our Patagonia trip, and while yes, this is a destination we had visited before, there were plenty of things that we hadn't gotten around to, which made it a fun place to revisit. This time around, we were invited to stay at Hosteria El Coydón, a beautiful guest house that also features a sauna, jacuzzi, and a hearty breakfast. It's basically the ideal place for a holiday that combines a mix of outdoors, adventure, and relaxation, but more on that later. Well, good morning, guys. It is time to go and have breakfast. Breakfast at the guest house featured an assortment of deli meats, cheeses, breads, pastries, plus eggs and bacon on demand. Everything you need before heading out for a day of exploring, which was precisely our plan. Alrighty guys, so we are well fed, had a really good breakfast this morning, and we've decided to go on a little biking adventure because it turns out the guest house has bikes available for all of its guests. So yeah, that'll be really fun. There's a lagoon that I've been wanting to visit for a while. I think we can probably make it there on the bikes. It's about 4 kilometers. So let's get changed and off we go.
So excited to go on a bike ride. Today we're going to be taking the bikes out to visit a lagoon, but we have to exit the city center, of course. And there might even be a little bit of hiking. And we're trying to squeeze all of this in before it rains. There's rain in the forecast, and we've had such good luck with the weather that please let us make it there without the rain.
So safety first. We've got the helmets. We've got some really nice bikes. The girl at the front desk gave us some good instructions so we can get to the lagoon. It's going to be a little bit steep. There's a bit of a hill, but I think we can make it, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, we need the exercise so we can work up an appetite for lunch.
A little adventure. Reaching the edge of town, and then it's gonna be uphill. Ready for that?
Woohoo! Time to get that leg workout, huh? Burn off the bacon and eggs. Oh.
Guys, we found the white gate. We made it, barely.
Oh man, there was some sweat equity getting up the hill, let me tell you. We are not quite in the physical condition that we need to be in.
It was all uphill.
It was uphill, but you know what? When you have a little bit of a challenging journey, it's so rewarding when you finally reach your destination.
Yes.
And we have. Check this out. The mountain views, the Laguna Wilman.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're close.
Yeah, there's a little opening so you can make it through there with your bike.
Just barely.
Just barely, but
gonna have to angle it in.
Angle it in.
Yeah, there we go. And up.
Yep, and then we just follow this path to the lagoon.
That's right.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Okay, so here we've got a little map, indicating the circuit. So we entered at this point, and we're gonna go towards the left. That's the shortest way to the lagoon. And it says the trail is 3.81 kilometers if you want to do the loop. 62 meters elevation or altitude gain, and it takes about an hour and 3 minutes. Wow. This place is called Laguna Wilman, and it's located northeast of Esquel on the same road that leads up to the ski resort. It was a steep ride, just like we were told it would be, but we managed to make it, even if we had to walk our bikes for some short stretches. Well, we made it, guys. This is the lagoon we were searching for. Look at that. Today is a bit of a gray day, but I can tell you the water is so clear, like crystal clear. You can actually see the bottom of the lagoon. And I mean, I can only imagine what this looks like on a sunny day when you've got those bright, vivid colors. Like, this must be a beautiful light turquoise, light emerald. And then you have these massive mountains right behind me that are just so impressive. Like, we have seen all sorts of colors on these mountains, like lavenders and deep violets. And we are the only people here, except for a bunch of cows and a bee that's following me. But yeah, it's so nice.
We've also got some ducks swimming here, and it's just such a tranquil, peaceful place. I mean, this is the Patagonia that I love, unspoiled nature.
Alrighty guys, so we just got back to the hotel room in the nick of time, let me tell you. It was starting to drizzle over there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't have timed it better. I don't know how we got so lucky, but we did. The one thing we're gonna have to do though is walk to the restaurant in the rain. But
yes.
that's no biggie.
No biggie.
Because I'm hungry.
Oh, he's hungry. I'm hungry too. So we're gonna venture out in search of food, see if we can find a restaurant maybe nearby. And yeah, we'll take you out for a bite because we've really worked up an appetite. Oh, let's go. We wanted to try a new restaurant, but after 3 attempts and finding all of them closed, we went to an old favorite. Don Chiquino is a pasta restaurant that used to be in the edge of town, but now they're located right downtown, serving the same dishes we know and love.
You know, sometimes when plans go awry, there's a great consequence to that. And the fact that we're at Don Chiquino having bodegon style pastas is amazing. And I'm having Patagonian trout lasagna. Look at all of that trout in there, guys. Pine mushroom sauce, cream sauce. So I'm going in for the first bite here. Check this out. Gourmet. That is absolutely delicious. That's the best pasta we've had on our trip.
Well guys, I went for Sorrentinos. I got the ones with ricotta, walnut, and mushrooms, and I got the puttanesca sauce, which I feel like it's the spiciest, most flavorful sauce on the menu. With capers, black olives, it's a tomato-based sauce, and it's one of my favorites, really.
I almost forgot. We have a glass of red wine. Vino Tinto to go with it. How's it?
This is good.
I don't know how we have room for dessert. Actually, we don't, but we're going for this anyways. This is an Andean mousse with dulce de leche, whipped cream, and walnuts too. Doesn't get more decadent than this, my friends. Gourmet pasta and gourmet dessert. And I'm gonna have a gourmet siesta after this, I guarantee it.
Well guys, we are in luck. We had a very active morning biking. Now it is raining quite heavily, might I add. But lucky for us, this guest house happens to have a sauna, a Scottish shower, and a jacuzzi, which you can book as a guest here. So that's why we are wearing these robes. We are going to have a little afternoon of pampering, which is exciting. How are you feeling?
And don't I love to be pampered?
It does.
Hey, I'm ready for it after all the horse riding, the trekking, the biking. I'm ready to be pampered.
Okay.
Friend. Big time.
That is the temperature, 70 degrees Celsius. Am I gonna be able to handle that? I'm not sure. I'm not very good with the sauna, with extreme heat, but it is very healthy, so we shall try.
I love the sauna.
Okay.
I went all the time in Korea. So
In we go.
I'm going in.
He's going in.
Oh, this is hot.
Ooh, it is hot, he says.
This is the part where we derobe. Don't need to see that, but it's hot.
Hot, hot, hot.
Hot, hot, hot.
In you go. Now the question, is this for us to cool ourselves with like ice cold water, or is it in order to get steam? No?
I don't know. So
I have zero idea. I don't mind cooling.
pretty sure it's to cool yourself off.
Cool myself off?
Yeah.
It's so hot in here. Oh.
Ooh, dude.
Nice view.
It's awesome. Oh, careful. Check it out.
The jacuzzi was definitely one of the highlights of our stay at Osteria El Coydón. All guests can book the jacuzzi during their stay, and that means you have the space all to yourself. It was a really nice way to spend those cold, rainy afternoons, and also just what our muscles needed after all the biking, hiking, and horse trekking we did over the course of our stay.
This, my friends, is what it's all about. Doesn't get more chillaxed than this. Looking outside, these are the views, guys. And we're inside, all toasty and warm.
Not dry, just warm.
Sorry to those who are wet and damp out there.
Esquel has lots of trails around town, so we also enjoyed some light hiking to soak in those autumn colors. This particular hike was in La Cascada Urban Nature Reserve. The tracks of the old Patagonian Express, perhaps?
Indeed. We've been here before, a few years ago. This is going to be a really neat walk because we're heading up to a waterfall area, and if we're ambitious enough, we might even go to a lookout point. We'll see.
Ooh la la.
We'll see.
Well guys, we are on one of our little afternoon walks. This time we're trying to reach La Cascada, or the waterfall. We are yet to see it, even though we can hear water trickling all around us.
That's just down there.
Down that way? Okay.
It's tiny though.
But we have somehow ended up at a beautiful lookout point over the town, and we're starting to get that soft golden light. Check that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really steep coming up, but a relatively short distance, so well worth the effort. It's just so nice to be able to enjoy those autumn colors, or what's left of them, since we have had some windy Patagonian days. Hello.
And we're back down. Apparently the waterfall might be that way. So
Who knows?
Who knows?
Follow your ears.
Who knows? We're enjoying the fall colors. That's what we know.
Alrighty guys, good morning. Another wonderful autumn day here in Esquel. Today we have another really fun adventure planned. We are going to be doing a horse trek. So the property we've been staying at, El Coydón, they also have this private property in the mountains where you can go glamping. That has already closed for the season. However, they do have a horse trek that you can do here in the mountain, and it's just such a lovely, beautiful place. So we're really looking forward to that. We had a beautiful drive, you know, through the outskirts of town, mountains all around. I mean, you've got that low-hanging fog, typical of autumn, and I think it's going to snow any day now. So anyway, we've stopped here to soak in those beautiful autumn colors. Sam's flying his drone, and we're going to be meeting up with a local man who's going to take us on a horse trek so we can enjoy the forest, showing off all shades of burgundy, pumpkin, ochre. It's just so beautiful. So off we go.
This is the best way, in my opinion, to experience the nature and the scenery here in Patagonia. Hop on a horse and just take it all in.
Yes, and we have the dogs joining us. Yeah. ¿No? ¿Cómo se llama este caballo?
Poncho.
Poncho.
Ah, Poncho.
Poncho.
The name of my horse, Poncho. Wish I had a poncho on.
These are the dogos, they call them, dogo argentino.
Yeah.
Muy bien, Samuel.
I'm up. That's a big horse.
What a handsome horse.
Ah, está bien.
¿Está bien?
Está bien, sí.
The horse trek through Huamules was simply magical. There was just something special about that soft autumn light, the crisp morning air, the vivid colors, and the crunch of horse hooves on leaves. It was one of the best horse treks of the whole trip. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't have to be staying in the glamping domes in order to enjoy this experience. You can book it as a day trip just like we did.
It's amazing. This is how I want to spend my time in Patagonia.
Well, that was an awesome ride. We've made it to the lookout point.
I can't put my camera down. This is just absolutely amazing. The views we get from this lookout point, it's mountains sprawling off in all direction. We have the fall colors. There's nobody here. This is Patagonia at its best. And it was a really nice horse ride. We started off on kind of a defined path, and it kept getting more rugged and more wild. And Yeah, we've really earned our views coming all the way out here.
This is all volcanic sand, guys. Check this out. Besitos! Besitos! Oh, besitos! Ah! Oh, we can sit on the grass and eat our sandwich. So we are just back from our horse trek. That was so much fun. Beautiful autumn colors. The dogs are having a good time. And we're gonna have a little picnic lunch. Wow. That looks so good. Ooh.
Enjoy it.
Gracias.
Well, this is our lunch setting here next to a lagoon.
Does it get any better than this? We've worked up an appetite by doing all the horseback riding. You do have to stabilize yourself, right? And look at this. That's a nice thick Milanese sandwich. Also has ham and cheese in there too. Let me try.
Yeah. And we have some roasted potatoes.
It is Milanese.
Mayo.
Super thick sandwich.
¡Qué linda! ¡Mira esa barriguita! ¡Oh! That afternoon, we drove to Los Alerces National Park. And fun fact, the guest house we stayed at recently opened a campsite and restaurant next to the Arradanes River. And wait until you see the color of the water. Well, friends, we have just arrived at Los Alerces National Park. This is actually one of our favorite parks in all of Patagonia. This is our maybe third time back here. It could be our fourth. Whenever we're in northern Patagonia, we do tend to come for a little visit. And we've arrived just as the sun is beginning to set behind the mountains. And the colors, like the water, it's so crystal clear, but like with these emerald hues, like it just looks like a gemstone, really. And we can see the trout swimming in the river. It's just so beautiful. So we're just enjoying a little walk through here, a little hike. And that's a wrap of our time in Esquel. We hope you enjoyed revisiting this magical corner of northern Patagonia with us. If you enjoyed this video, we invite you to like, subscribe, and join us on more adventures across Argentina and beyond. Thanks for watching!